the past tense in Spanish is still tripping you up, or you probably get the difference but don't know which is which. If you want a simple analogy and a trick that will help you get it right every time, watch this video. Hello there, my name is La Mexicanita, and I'm here to help you, once again, figure out how to hack the Spanish language. Please share, comment, subscribe, because this video will help you and tons of other Spanish learners understand the difference between the preterite and the imperfect tense. If you watched my previous video, we talked about using the verb endings to tell them apart. And if you haven't done that, please click on the link below. Let's briefly go over the concept. So, AR verbs like hablar could be either hablé, hablaba, which are I talked. The difference, quite simple. One letter ending, it occurred once. Yesterday, last month, last week. Hablaba, a three-letter ending, it occurred more than once. So I used to talk as a child when I was a teen, a routine, a habit. However, there's a problem. Let me read the following example. Durante la pandemia, tomaba clases en línea. Un día me conecté como siempre, pero no me había dado cuenta que mi micrófono estaba encendido. Mi perro, que dormía tranquilamente bajo mi escritorio, de repente empezó a ladrar y mi madre gritó desde el otro lado de la habitación. Apaga esa cámara, que sales despeinada y tienes la camisa al revés. Let's break it down. Durante la pandemia tomaba clases. During the pandemic. This means more than once. It happened over a period of time. Un día me conecté. I'm narrowing it down to one day. However, what about estaba encendido or dormía? Let's take dormir, to sleep, as our example. Dormir, I slept, could either be dormí or dormía. Dormí, one letter ending, once. Dormía, more than once, twice, a habit. So why am I using dormía instead of dormí, or in this case, my dog, durmió? Well, it's quite simple. Here's the analogy. Imagine you're a film director. You're Steven Spielberg in action, and you want the viewer, the reader, the listener to focus on one time, on one scene, sort of like hopping in, taking a close-up. In Spanish, in order to do that, we describe the scene in detail because my dog durmió, he slept once. So if you're a film director, taking a close-up would be using the imperfect tense. My dog was sleeping. Mi perro dormía. However, he woke up and he started barking. So you're cutting the scene. It's sort of like stopping the action. If I were to talk about what happened to me yesterday, mientras caminaba en el parque, empezó a llover. So, mientras caminaba, while I was walking, I use the aba because even though I'm talking about one day, it's still an ongoing activity. Something interrupts it, that's like the highlight of the scene. It starts raining, and you know what? I had to head back home. So what's the trick to help you memorize this information? Again, let's look at the ending. So dormí, I slept, is one letter. This occurred once. And in my story, I could also use it to interrupt a scene. Dormía, on the other hand, we said it happened more than once. The listener understand that this was an ongoing activity. So let's use this visual. Comí interrupts. Comía describes, expands. Jugué, I played. Jugaba, again, it describes an ongoing activity. Note, this only works with I, he, she verbs in Spanish. So should we ditch the rest of the conjugation? Well, no, there's actually a trick that goes with it. So now let's connect the dots. Our analogy was you as a filmmaker. Use the visual to memorize this. And if you want to add a little bit of extra help to your brain, let's do the following exercise. You could use a rubber band or an elastic band, whatever best works for you, and stretch it out. Every time that I say an ia or aba verb, the imperfect tense, then you will have to stretch the elastic band or the rubber band, whatever it is. Great. So now that we have covered another trick on how to use the preterite and the imperfect tense in Spanish, leave a comment, share the video, help me reach other viewers, and stay tuned because I have a lot more in store for you guys. Bye.